Donald Trump is going to invoke the Insurrection Act of 1807 in order to allow the military to invade every single blue city of the United States of America. You don't need to take it from me. You can take it from Donald Trump. You can take it directly from the horse's mouth. I know I tried to warn you yesterday that this is coming, and I didn't think it would be this fast, but yeah, he's doing it. On top of that, the White House now says that every single federal worker who has been furloughed, all 750,000 federal workers who are working without pay, they're actually not going to receive back pay. Historically, during every government shutdown, the federal workers, a lot of federal workers that are deemed essential, they keep on working, and then they receive a check when the government shutdown is over of all of the work that they have done compiled, a little back check. Well, Donald Trump does not care if you live or die. Donald Trump could give less of a fuck about anything and anybody other than himself. Same thing with all of the fucking fascist dogmen surrounding him. I'd like to take this as an opportunity real quick to say fuck you to Pam Bondi. You're an evil, hideous, blonde cunt with a flapping turkey neck. Fuck you. She's currently testifying in front of the House Oversight Committee and actually refuses to answer any questions. The only thing that she will do is accuse all of our judiciary members as being in Antifa. Going, are you actually in Antifa? Shut your fucking cock holster, you evil blonde fascist cunt. Fuck you and the horse you fucking rode in on. God, I fucking hate her so fucking much. Anyway, I'm Chris Valenti. Welcome to the Valenti VOD. I'm sorry that I'm right. I always fucking am, except I'm tired of it. I don't want to be right. These motherfuckers are fascists. Anyway. Let's watch it. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell. It costs you nothing and it helps me immensely. And also donate to the channel. This is what real independent media looks like. It looks like some fucking unshowered douchebag from New York sitting in his office with his goddamn cat right next to him. But yeah, every last dollar you guys send me goes into funding the operation. I was supposed to get my new computer yesterday, but I didn't because fuck you. And I'm not live right now because I'm super fucking busy, but I had to bang this out because this is absolutely abhorrent. Check this out.
Over a weekend. What?
The Insurrection Act, under what conditions or terms would you?
Well, I'd do it if it was necessary. So far it hasn't been necessary, but we have an Insurrection Act for a reason. If I had to enact it, I'd do that. If people were being killed and courts were holding us up, or governors or mayors were holding us up, sure, I'd do that.
So the last two things he said are already happening. Courts are holding him up. There was a Portland judge, we're going to cover this too, a Portland judge ruled that what Trump is doing in Portland is completely unconstitutional and he must stop. There was even a restraining order put down against him deploying the military into Portland. But they don't care. Trump doesn't care. He's deploying them anyway. He has been ordered by the federal courts to stop, and he's doing it anyway. This is because Donald Trump is not a president. Donald Trump is the Führer, and every single person who supports Donald Trump is a fucking fascist rat. Every single person who supports Donald Trump is a fascist rat. I know a lot of you voted for him because you were duped by him, because you were propagandized, because you're fucking stupid, and you fell for his lies. But guess what? Time to smell the fucking roses, bitch. He's deploying the goddamn military into our fucking cities over nothing. If you think Portland, Oregon needs the military to be sent there to clean up the fucking douchebags smoking weed and the lesbians driving Subarus, you are a brain-dead, inbred fucking idiot. Never speak again. I need to calm the fuck down. Oh, I know my anger is vitriolic, but I'm watching my fucking nation collapse while these toothless hicks cheer for it. Invade my nation! Go get the Antifa! Tread all over me, super rich daddy! You fucking bootlicking cucks. I'm trying to be calm. I genuinely am. That's what's concerning. This is me trying to be calm while my fucking nation descends into fascism.
Holding us up? Sure, I'd do that. I mean,
and here's the thing. The motherfucker goes, we're gonna wait till somebody gets killed. I already know what you're gonna do. You're gonna fucking escalate this shit. You're gonna have some fucking, some federal agent dressed up like a protester in a balaclava and a fucking eat the rich shirt, run out 2 Molotov cocktails, throw them in a fucking ice building, and then they're gonna open fire. I already know what you're gonna do. We all know what you're gonna fucking do. You're gonna Reichstag fire this shit, just like you did with Charlie Kirk. You're gonna Reichstag fire, allegedly. You're gonna Reichstag fire backfire this shit in order to increase the tension and get more people on board. And do you think it's a fucking coincidence that this fat orange fuck isn't sending the National Guard into any red states? Any red states. You want to know why? Because he doesn't want his own constituents to see the cruelty up close. Because if they do, then they're going to start to be discontent with this fucking fascist regime. Let's let the fat fuck finish.
And I want to make sure that people aren't killed. We have to make sure that our cities are safe.
This motherfucker is preparing. He's preparing to invoke the Insurrection Act, and I've been fucking saying this for a goddamn year, and now we got fucking NBC. Trump floats invoking the Insurrection Act. The 1807 law, which allows the military to conduct civilian law enforcement activities under certain circumstances, hasn't been used since the 1992 Los Angeles riots. Let's get a look at NBC's coverage over this.
With some federal agents and protesters clashing in Chicago and Portland, Oregon, President Trump now says he would consider invoking the Insurrection Act to send the military into those cities if the courts block his deployment of National Guard troops.
We have an Insurrection Act for a reason. I do that. If people were being killed and courts were holding us up, or governors or mayors were holding us up.
That federal law that dates back to 1807 gives the president emergency powers to deploy the military.
There are motherfuckers in this nation who are grown adults. They're 40, they're 50 years old, they got kids, some of them have grandkids, and this is the first time they're ever hearing about the Insurrection Act of 1807. The first time they're hearing about it is fucking minutes before it's being invoked.
To suppress what he deems as a rebellion or civil unrest. Illinois and its Democratic Governor J.B. Pritzker is suing to block Trump's plan to send roughly 200 troops to Chicago, the governor calling it an unconstitutional invasion. But a federal judge has, at least for now, declined to stop that deployment.
What Donald Trump, I believe, is trying to do, incite it so they can bring more troops in, invoke the Insurrection Act, and militarize Chicago and other major cities.
The president has all...
That motherfucker must be a fan, dude. He must be a fan. I don't think I'm like the smartest man on earth. I don't think I'm the only one who's saying this shit. I do think I'm the loudest one saying this shit. I know there's people like Kyle Kalinske who are screaming this from the hills, and I love you, Kyle, but you know, you're wearing a suit. You know, like, and you're not too loud. I'm fucking screaming this shit from the hills, fucking 5-alarm fire, and I feel like have you heard a single Democrat elected official bring up the Insurrection Act? Any of them. AOC, Nancy Pelosi, Chuck Schumer, Hakeem Jeffries, Apak Shakur, any of them. Have you seen any of them go, Donald Trump's going to invoke the... We got Governor J.B. Pritzker. But, like, dude, that's not supposed to be my hero. He's a motherfucking billionaire. You don't want me to be cheering for... I don't want to be cheering for a fucking billionaire, dude.
Also attacked Portland as a burning hellhole that he claims...
Yeah, a burning hellhole. Meanwhile, do you know how many protesters were at the ICE facility in Portland? 11.
Overtaken by left-wing domestic terrorists.
Portland is on fire. Portland's been on fire for years.
No, it's not, you brain-dead dipshit.
Targeting the Democratic-led city a day after a federal judge, a Trump nominee, blocked him from sending National Guard troops there.
Yeah, see, dude, a fucking Trump-appointed federal judge blocked him from doing it, and he did it anyway. This guy does not care about the law. He is already a fucking felon. He's a criminal. He's a goddamn thug. He's a gangster. Get him the fuck out. Throw him in handcuffs, toss him in a fucking prison cell until his last day.
I think that's all insurrection. I really think that's really criminal insurrection.
Local authorities are forcefully pushing back, saying the chaos is confined to a single downtown city block.
In America, that we don't put the military on our streets unless it's extreme circumstances, like an invasion or rebellion. And those things, they just don't exist right now in Oregon. Yeah,
well, according to Herr Goebbels, Stephen Miller, we are under invasion. We are under rebellion. We have these dangerous domestic terrorist Antifa members who are burning Portland to the ground. Again, if you think Portland is being burned to the ground, you're a brain-dead fucking moron. Stop breathing.
Just last week, President Trump urged America's top generals to use
this is the speech where Donald Trump went, da-da-da-da-da, bup-bup. Not even kidding. You should check out my last video. I played it like 8 times in a row, because he doesn't like the fact that Obama is capable of going down the stairs without touching the railings. Just going and Donald Trump is so fucking morbidly obese, and he's got fucking intravenous in his hands, and his fat cankles are spilling over it, that he's literally jealous of a man who's 40 years younger than him, capable of going down a flight of stairs. Donald, you're a fucking 80-year-old morbidly obese, heart-failing fat fuck. You're never going to be able to go down the stairs without holding the fucking railings.
Cities as training grounds for the U.S. military, and as a candidate flirted with invoking the Insurrection Act to suppress unrest. Some Republican leaders are already embracing the president's efforts. Overnight, Texas's Governor Greg Abbott posted this picture of National Guardsmen from his state heading off.
Look at him in his fucking wheelchair.
Off to other states like Oregon and Illinois.
And just so you know, I'm not making fun of disabled people. I am making fun of Greg Abbott by any means necessary. I'll call him fucking Hot Wheels. I'll call him a paraplegic imp. I don't give a fuck. Now, if you are disabled, I'm going to give you love and grace because you're not the one sending the National Guard into fucking different states.
To support.
Same reason why I call Caroline Leavitt and Pam Bondi dirty fucking cunts, okay? I have no sympathy for fascists. I will call them slurs. I don't give a shit. Cancel me. I'm the only one fucking fighting for you.
The president's crackdown. If President Trump moves forward with the Insurrection Act, those National Guard would be granted the same law enforcement powers as local police.
Yep, which is literally just the official end of democracy. National Guard arrives in Chicago area despite judge urging feds to hold off. King Doland has sent National Guardsmen to Illinois despite local officials objecting. Governor J.B. Pritzker previously said the deployment is part of Trump's invasion. What is that? All right. So remember in my last video, I told you what we are going to see are National Guard units from red states clashing with National Guard units from blue states. Then what we will see are ICE agents clashing with local police officers. I made a whole TikTok and Instagram video about this. As much as we hate cops here, as much as like fucking ACAB all day, your local police officer is at least a member of your community. He probably lives nearby. The ICE Gestapo thug invading your city, he's not from your fucking community. So that cop with a huge ego who's been desperately clinging on to the only authority he's had since high school, which is his badge and his gun, he's about to meet somebody with a far bigger ego. Somebody who does not have to answer to any consequences. Somebody who does not have to give you their badge number. Somebody who gets to wear a mask and hide their identity. And these cops, if they have any sort of problem with the, only I'm supposed to be the one fucking being racist and fascist. If they have a problem with ICE, they're gonna realize real quick that the Gestapo doesn't give half of a fuck about your local police authority. They don't give a shit about any laws. That's why they're wearing the fucking masks. The National Guard has arrived in the Chicago area despite objections of local officials. Texas National Guard members are in a facility in suburban Joliet as Tuesday morning, Governor J.B. Pritzker told Block Club reporter. Texas governor and disabled imp Greg Abbott shared a picture on X of guardsmen getting on a plane Monday night, though he did not say where they were going. Quote, "No official from the federal government called me directly to discuss or coordinate," Pritzker said in a statement. "We must now start calling this what it is, Trump's invasion. It started with federal agents. It will soon include deploying federalized members of the Illinois National Guard against our wishes. And it will now involve sending in another state's military troops." I'm going to say this once. If you're in the military and you are ordered to invade any city of the United States of America and you don't immediately resign, you are considered an enemy of the American people. Fuck you for fucking serving. Deadass. If you don't have the courage and the audacity to say, I'm not doing that, you're a fucking bootlicking pussy. Fuck you, GI. Grow a pair of fucking balls and say, no, I'm not doing that. And if they say you're disobeying a direct order and you're gonna get Article 15, fucking take it like a man. You signed an oath. You took a pledge to defend the Constitution from all enemies, foreign and domestic, and you're about to be the fucking domestic enemy, you bootlicking piece of shit. This is coming from somebody who was raised in a military family. My dad volunteered to go to Vietnam. My uncle served in Korea. Both my grandparents, one fought against the Japanese and the other one fought against the Nazis. I don't give a fuck what your excuse is. If you are enough of a baby back bitch to accept an illegal order from your fascist Führer, then you are one of them and you will not be fucking forgiven. Moving on. Check out this video. Watch that again.
Who is talking to you? No. Hey, this is the line that they created. Oh, shit.
I want that man arrested. I want that man arrested, and I want him fucking thrown in prison for goddamn life. But guess what? It won't happen because his identity is hidden. Because you live in a fascist regime. That man is going to go home to his wife and his kids, who he probably fucking beats because he's an incel. That woman needed medical attention, by the way. She had to go to the fucking hospital. Now, moving on to our last piece of news. Guess what? All federal workers, all 750,000 of you federal workers who are working without pay, you're not getting paid. Does that make you angry? It should. Furloughed workers aren't guaranteed compensation for their forced time off during the government shutdown, according to a draft White House memo described to Axios by 3 sources. Throughout every government shutdown in history, federal workers have received back pay. When it's all over, they get a fat check. But this time, it's not a regular government shutdown. It's a fascist government shutdown. We have a Führer now. We don't have a president. He doesn't care if you live or die, federal worker. He wants you to just be a slave. He wants you to work for free. He's going to try and milk as much work out of you as possible, and you're not getting paid. Does that make you angry, federal worker? Does that make you angry? Your anger should be directed at the President of the United States of America, because he just said he doesn't want to pay you for your work. Hey, GI, you're not getting paid. Hey, Marine, you're not getting paid. You know who is getting paid? ICE. You know who is getting paid? Israel. You know who is getting paid? Congress. But not you. No, not you. You're just a fucking tool to be used by the fascist regime. That's all you fucking are to them. I'm sorry that this video was so vitriolic. But if you don't feel the level of anger that I feel, then you are asleep. Wake the fuck up, because this time next year, you're not going to have a fucking government. Thank you for tuning into the Valenti VOD. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell. It costs you nothing and it helps me immensely. Do me one last favor. Click that video over there. It's a banger, and I know bangers.